Welcome, friend. I'm really glad you're here today. And welcome from all of us at He Is Risen Ministries. Your support by subscribing and giving a thumbs up helps us keep creating videos that inspire and equip those seeking a deeper walk with the Lord. Thank you for being part of this growing family. Today we're exploring a question almost everyone wonders about at some point. What will our jobs be in heaven? What will we actually do for eternity? Will we be bored? Will we float on clouds? Will we just sing non-stop? Or does Scripture give us something much richer, more active, and more meaningful? Let's take a deep breath together. Let's slow down. And let's look at what God says in simple, everyday language that helps us see the big picture. The Bible gives us several windows into this topic. Revelation 22 says that God's servants will serve Him. Daniel 7 talks about the saints receiving authority to participate in God's kingdom. Jesus describes faithful followers being entrusted with greater responsibilities in Luke 19. And in Revelation 5, we're told that God has made His people a kingdom and priests, and that we will reign with Him. That little word reign carries a lot of weight, and the word serve might sound simple, but it's packed with meaning. So let's break it all down, gently and clearly, like a friendly conversation over a cup of coffee. When we talk about jobs in heaven, we're not talking about punching a clock, dealing with difficult coworkers, or trying to survive a stack of emails. We're talking about the work of a healed creation, the work of people who are fully whole, fully alive, and fully in sync with the heart of God. In the Bible, work itself was never the problem. Sin made work exhausting, frustrating, and filled with thorns. But in the beginning, before anything went wrong, God gave Adam and Eve meaningful work, tending, cultivating, managing, stewarding. It wasn't a burden, it was a joy. Heaven returns us to that original purpose, but on a scale we can barely imagine. When Revelation says His servants will serve Him, the idea isn't servitude, it's partnership, it's participation, it's being invited into God's ongoing, creative, restorative, joyful activity. Think of it like being part of a family business where the Father delights in giving you meaningful roles. Not busy work, not chores, but real contribution. Jesus uses parables to describe this, especially in Luke 19. He talks about faithful servants being entrusted with cities to oversee. Now, whether that's literal or symbolic, the point is the same: responsibility, purpose, roles that matter, roles that fit how God made you. In heaven, we will be restored to everything we were designed to be. Every talent, every skill, every passion, sanctified, purified, and operating at full capacity. Nothing wasted, nothing dormant, nothing broken. Imagine what that will feel like. Imagine waking up every day, never feeling tired, stressed, distracted, or discouraged. Imagine doing work that is pure joy because it aligns with who you really are. Imagine using your gifts without insecurity, without comparison, without fear of failure. Some of us love organizing, some love teaching, some love building, some love encouraging, some love creating beauty, music, art, design, some love solving problems, some love leading people, some love caring for others. Those passions, those sparks inside you weren't accidents. They reflect something God placed in your wiring, and heaven doesn't delete that wiring. It completes it. Think of it this way. If you've ever worked on a project where everything just clicked, if you've ever used your gift in a way that felt almost effortless, if you've ever finished something and thought, this is what I was made to do, multiply that by 1,000,000. Stretch it out into eternity. Remove every barrier that ever held you back. That's a glimpse of heavenly work. Now let's bring this into today's world with some real-life analogies. Imagine a gardener who loves to nurture plants. Here on earth, she fights weeds, pests, and unpredictable weather. In heaven, that passion could flourish in a world where creation responds with joy instead of resistance. Imagine a leader who loves guiding people toward their potential. Here, leadership is stressful because people are wounded, confused, or afraid. In heaven, leadership becomes pure encouragement, helping fully healed people rise even higher in joy. Imagine someone who loves building things. Here, materials decay, mistakes happen, tools break. In heaven, creative work might look like shaping beauty within God's renewed world where creativity never wears out. Imagine someone who loves helping others find peace. Here, pain and trauma complicate everything. In heaven, caring for others becomes participating in God's ongoing restoration, guiding souls in wisdom and love. Even now, we catch hints of heaven whenever we use our gifts in ways that make time disappear, when we feel fully alive, fully connected, and fully ourselves. Those moments aren't random, they're previews, but the Bible also says we will reign, not in the sense of ruling over people, and not in the sense of power or status, but in the sense of stewardship, helping govern the renewed creation with Christ. Think of a well-run community garden where everyone shares responsibility, or a team project where everyone's strengths blend perfectly, or a family event where everyone pitches in, everyone helps, and everything comes together effortlessly. Heavenly reigning is that kind of shared responsibility. No ego, no fights, no competition, just harmony. And don't forget another calling Scripture gives us: we will also be priests. A priest, at the most basic level, connects people to God and helps them live in His presence. In heaven, where God Himself is among His people, this role becomes one of deep joy, worship, celebration, and drawing the goodness of God into every part of life. Think of moments when you've stood in awe of a sunset, or heard a piece of music that moved you to tears, or laughed with someone you love so deeply that joy overflowed. Imagine those moments multiplied, uninterrupted, and woven into your daily work. That's what it means to be part of God's kingdom. And notice this: God doesn't say we'll start our heavenly work when we get there. He starts shaping us for those roles right now. Every experience you've had, every lesson learned, every challenge that stretched you, every gift you've developed, every passion that keeps tugging at your heart. These are hints of the eternal role God is preparing for you. Nothing is wasted. Nothing is random. Nothing is overlooked. Even the parts of your story that felt like dead ends are being woven into something beautiful. Now let me offer a gentle encouragement. If heaven is a place where your gifts fully flourish, and if God is preparing you for meaningful responsibility in His everlasting kingdom, then your life right now matters far more than you think. Every act of faithfulness, even the ones no one sees, shapes your eternal story. Every moment of trust develops something in you that God will use forever. Every step of obedience builds muscles you'll use in His kingdom. Every season of growth is training. So maybe ask yourself today, what gifts has God given me? What passions has He placed in me? Where do I feel His joy when I serve? Because those hints might be pointing toward what He has in store. And don't worry, heaven will not be boring. You will not be idle. You will not float around without purpose. You will be more alive than you've ever been, fully yourself, fully awake, fully participating in God's unending story. Let that truth settle into your heart. God is preparing a place for you, a role for you, a purpose for you, and it's tailored to your redeemed, perfected self. Not one moment of your earthly journey is wasted in His hands. As we wrap up, let me speak this blessing over you in a calm, quiet way. May you walk through today with a greater sense of purpose. May you see glimpses of the gifts God placed inside you. May you trust that the work He began in you is leading somewhere far more beautiful than you can imagine. And may you rest in the hope that eternity isn't a blank space. It's a continuation and completion of everything God designed you to be. Thank you for spending this time with us. Thank you for supporting He is Risen Ministries with your likes, shares, and comments. It truly means more than you know. If you have a question you'd like us to explore in a future video, drop it in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. For now, rest in the knowledge that the one who loved you first has already prepared a place for you in His eternal family, and may His voice ring clearly and powerfully this very day.